all, Porsha Williams ain't never gonna change, and somewhere in Dubai, Simon is laughing his butt off. Do you know Porsha got detained by the FBI? Do you know that Porsha was on an airplane acting a fool, so much so that she was law enforcement met her at the gate? And we are waiting to get more details, y'all. Let's get into this because we got all the details. Hold on. First of all, that's the thing with somebody like Porsha. I'm being serious. Everybody that she says prays for her downfall, I think they're wasting their time. Everybody that wants Porsha's downfall, everybody that wants Porsha to feel her karma, if y'all know, like I know, somebody like Porsha, she's always going to be her own karma. She's always going to be her own gag. No matter how up she is, she's always going to find a way to get herself damn bad. No matter how much she gets away with, she will find a way. She is her own worst enemy. You know what? If Porsha could actually go to therapy and get that anger under control, she could go, the sky's the limit. But until then, baby, we don't know how far down it is. Anyway, let's get into this. They said Porsha Williams is flying on the FBI's radar, all smiles after the flight incident. Of course she's all smiles. Porsha knows what Trump knows. You just smile and wave to the idiots and they let you go. I know Simon is cackling someplace in Dubai in the lobby of his apartment that he lives in, condo, literally having his 9th lunch meeting of the day. Meanwhile, everybody that works there knows, you don't really be doing nothing. Anyway, listen, he made his own job as an influencer. But oddly enough, he working more than Porsha. Anyway, they said Porsha Williams is flying on the FBI's radar, all smiles after the flight incident. I wonder if Porsha's going to be put on the no-fly list. Because hear me out. We are in Trump's America. And this don't... Girl. Anyway. They said Porsha Williams is on the radar of federal authorities after allegedly being involved in an incident on a Delta flight. The incident apparently went down Sunday night on a flight from Las Vegas to Atlanta. In footage obtained by TMZ, Porsha is seen strutting out of the gate in her fur coat and Uggs. And from the looks of it, she doesn't seem fazed at all. Let me tell you something. That is I will say one thing about Porsha. She is a fantastic actress. And whatever happened to her being on a bunch of Bravo shows being optioned? Remember she was trying to say, but I guess she figured she living in that man's house. I guess they both gonna be in federal custody at some point. Anyway, the reality star was accompanied by an officer, so she appears to speak with shortly after the planing. A spokesperson for FBI Atlanta tells TMZ, the FBI Atlanta is aware of an incident on a Delta flight on November 16th, allegedly involving Porsha Williams and at least one other person. We are looking to see whether any federal charges may or may not apply. Y'all. So, hold on, there's more. I have my opinion what happened. Listen. A spokesperson for Delta Airlines tells TMZ 2 customers on the flight were spoken to by cabin crew, and the flight continued on to Atlanta and landed without issue. Law enforcement met the flight upon arrival in ATL. TMZ got pictures, and Porsha looked shocked. What exactly happened on Porsha's flight remains unclear. Porsha spent the weekend in Las Vegas at BravoCon with her Real Housewives of Atlanta castmates, taking part in panels and posing for the cameras. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Porsha, honestly, Simon, I assume that's you. Shamia, maybe that's you. Porsha got a long list of people she wrong. Nobody has to pray for Porsha's downfall. Porsha is her downfall. Even when she's up, she will find a way to go down. This is her life. I think this is why she causes so much chaos. Because, She wants everybody to feel, I think, what she feels internally all the time. Your husband just got detained and then deported. You are living in someone's house and you got to clear out in a year. On top of that, you got to make sure, I guess she's just going to move back home with her mama. But you literally just got done bragging and doing a victory lap for like juggling tequila stained body parts, so you can live in a house that you probably could have gotten just working for but whatever, right? And you literally just get to live in a house and you have a year to get out. You haven't been able to refinance the house, so that means that you're probably going to clear out. You have bills coming up. You said you were dating somebody in Africa, but then I guess Tasha K blew that. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. One thing that is certain is Porsha might be on the no-fly list, and she might actually get she might be on the no-fly list, and she actually might get federal charges filed against her if they listen. There's pictures on TMZ, and Porsha is walking out with the most unhinged smile while being escorted off the plane by federal marshals. Again, you gotta give it to Andy Cohen and Bravo. They really found the most psychotic members of society. Again, Porsha, I would say never change because it is amusing, but in Trump's America, she should 100% get her temper under control. The fact that Porsha is literally now pushing 50 and she is still scrapping like some 20-year-old that don't got nothing to lose. I thought after Dennis and the Mexico stuff and the way she just flips out and the stuff that happened with Simon, you would think that she somehow changed, that she somehow evolved, that she grew. But nope. Porsha ain't changed, grown, learned anything since we saw her with Cordell. Same slow comebacks. And don't get me wrong, Porsha got her gifts, right? She's entertaining, even though I think Porsha's problem is, you ever see somebody that they're laughing at them, not with them? And for Porsha, I feel like she does have a chip on her shoulder because I think that she does know that she is dumb to a certain extent, right? And that's fine. I think she does know she's dumb. So when people laugh at her, even though she's fine to be like, what? And she knows that's what makes her money and how she hooks people. I think it creates a deep resentment that people don't respect her. And I think more than anything, Porsha wants to be respected by the people that matter. You know, all the people clapping, yes, I would have stole somebody's husband for 2 years rent. Yes, girl, I think all those people that cheer her on, Porsha doesn't want to be associated with them because Porsha knows the truth of her life. She knows the smoke of mirrors. And you know that old saying, I would never respect anybody that respected me? I feel like Porsha's that whole thing, that she would never respect anybody that respects her. So she wants the respect from the people that matter. But the only problem is the people that matter can see through all her smokes and mirror, and they just shaking their head like, girl, what? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Porsha is an anomaly. She is something else. You know, but here's the thing. Can Bravo get her out of this one? Because if the feds are looking at you, and if you got an agent that is not a fan of, and hear me out, flight attendants do be, it sounds like it was something with flight attendant. Flight attendants do be tripping sometime. But that's when the adult in the room says, wait, I got a daughter. I have a career that requires me to travel. I'm in a first class flight. I would assume Bravo sent them first class, right? Like money ain't that bad. I'm all this stuff. Maybe this flight attendant and person here is messing with me, but maybe I should just calm down because I don't want to be on the no-fly list. But you know what? What am I saying? Porsha is a dummy. She don't know nothing about her. I think she doesn't know anything about a no-fly list. So that probably went over her head. She was probably ready to scrap on the plane. And this is what I mean about Porsha's intelligence. It's like, what? Who gets in a fight on a plane or an incident? Maybe listen. We're waiting to get more details. They said it was some type of incident. Maybe it wasn't a fight, but whatever it is, who gets into a fight on the plane when you have a daughter? Again, Porsha. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.